Well, we're out in Lake Wilderness. Hopefully the wind is not going to whistle in my thing here. I can't remember if I have a switch for that or not. Oh well. I got the oars done, and I've been out paddling around, or rowing around the lake, Lake Wilderness here. And it's a hot day in Seattle. And it's almost too hot for me. It's in the probably mid-80s. We've been having a lot of 80-degree weather, which has been setting records for the number of straight days for 80-plus weather here in Seattle. So, but it's been wasn't too bad. A little breeze kicking up. I half wishing I'd brought my sails along too. I could maybe go sailing here, but hopefully Wednesday. This is a Monday. Hopefully a couple days from now, I'll be able to go up to a local lake I've got and take the Granville Bay out sailing. So, but I got the oars finished, and I just got the blades. I painted them red, and we'll get another set up here rowing. But Mount Rainier's in the background there or not? Should be back there. Yeah, should be right below my head, right back here. Old Mount Rainier sticking out. Hot sunny day today, so I guess let's go ahead and row. I didn't get the best rowing boat. I got the 8-foot nut hatch pram, which is okay. It's almost, I'm setting a little too far forward the way I've got the seat. I should have an opening where I have the trunk hatch, but I don't row very much, and I wouldn't build this boat as a rowing boat anyway. It's a little fishing boat and a little sailing boat, so but it can be rowed. It rows easier with two people, so it flattens out more. It took me a while to get used to the oars and paddle a straight line. Hopefully that's coming through in the background. And I'm kind of happy with them. They're not too stiff, but they're not. I don't really feel any flex in the tubing. And it was 0.65 inch and a half, so. Yeah, I was thinking of going 2 inches, but that had been overkill. So 1.5 inches is fine, and I'm not getting any flutter. Pay attention to what I'm doing here. I'm not getting any flutter out of the blades, so they came in pretty well. I don't know if my friend Bob has his little see this column wants to do a drawing on this or not. It's pretty simple. Get the tubing the length you want, and then cut down the let's see, what was it, the clothes hanger rod, 1 5/16 inches. Put a couple wraps of glass where it goes inside the tube on each end for the handle and for the oar. And pretty much it. And I used 4mm on the blade material and one inch wide backing strip. I take that back. There's an 1.5 inch strip, so there's 3 layers where the brace is, and then a layer of glass over that after I had ferried out all the edges. So I guess this will conclude building oars. I might make another little short video on a different type of blade, but I've got to wait until I get a new bandsaw blade. I was cutting up a piece of wood to make something go on the outside of the barn to put my ladder up against so I wouldn't ruin the roofing. And unbeknownst to me, as I was going along sawing, it stopped. It was cutting like butter, and all of a sudden it didn't go anywhere. Pulled it out and flipped it over, and there was a rock embedded in the wood. Half the teeth are gone, half the teeth are still fine. I guess that's an experience. Well, I guess I've rambled on enough on these things. So when I get back to the barn, I'll do a little, oops, I'm sorry. Need rearview mirrors. do whirl the boat well. And I like the brass horns better than the other ones I had. I had the fully round metal ones, and with the diameter of oar I had in those wooden ones, lines up too much at the angle I row at, so this is much nicer. I have a little more freedom with movement. Well, hopefully we'll do this again come Wednesday on a lake with the Granville Bay sailing, so we'll see you later. Well, we're back at the barn. Tried out the oars, got the blades. I'm not real happy with that Rust-Oleum paint I was telling you about. I'm going to go back into the one where I'm talking about it, and I don't know. I was just scrubbing it down. I don't know what's wrong with it. I had it laying in the boat on the ride down and the ride back, and then going down there was a little bit of red on the white on the interior of the boat, but then coming back after these things have been wet, there was more of it, like it was rubbing off or something. So I took a bucket of water and scruffy and went and scrubbed them down, and I couldn't get any more redness to come off of it. So I don't know if it was just something that needs to be washed off after it's dried for a week or two. I don't know. Got them done. Yeah, you can see it's it's kind of hard to see. Somebody get off the ant. I'm standing on the ants and they're biting me back. Like I said, when in the water, I didn't feel any flex in the tube. So the 065 wall at 1.5 inches is more than stiff enough. And in the blades, I didn't get any flutter. And after I'd put the camera away, I came across this family in a canoe that got swamped, full of water, so they were trying to make it back probably, oh God, at least a quarter of a mile back to the beach. And so I went over to ask them to see if they needed some help. And they were, helpful. And so I took one into the canoe to start to see if we could get the water out of it. And it was one of those cheap Coleman type that there really isn't. I don't know, I wouldn't buy one of those things to drop off of a building. But I lifted up one end and got as much water out of it as I could possibly get, and so they started paddling or swimming back, towing this canoe along, and then I offered to, pull them back. So I had, me in the boat and 4 people hanging on a swamped canoe, towing along, and I didn't really notice any flex. I was cavitating every once in a while. I'd pull, and it's just like, whoosh, a big bubble would come up out of the water. So they're more than strong enough. So we will I'll go ahead and put an end to this. So we'll see you later. Hopefully we'll be sailing the Granville Bay. Bye.